Hello, my darlings. I'm going to try and speak up because I know that sometimes sound isn't very good. So I gave myself a little week off this week, but I've actually been doing readings every day because I've been catching up. But the weather's been funny. It's gone from kind of cold to absolutely blue sky. The Pyrenees showing a contrast of dark and light, which is quite exceptional. I've just started getting back into painting again, and all I want to do from walking through the forest this morning with the reflection, like in the Gaudi Cathedral of Barcelona, he did it so it looked like the light coming through the leaves in the forest, and that's the effect of the cathedral in Barcelona. It's very much that incredible solstice, Capricorn Cancer. So we've got all the big boys retrograding at the moment, Saturn from Capricorn. And tomorrow we've got a new black moon in Cancer, which is going to be opposing, the new axis that we're going into, Capricorn, that leads us into the Twin Peaks. We've got Mars on Leviathan, Pisces, which we were well made aware of last week with the explosion on the naval base. Mars in water, 21 people injured as we ended the 21777 retrograde period of Gemini in Mercury in Gemini. So it's always speaking as above, so below, and at the same time we're going to have clamp down tomorrow, so with this black moon. And so I want to start with this film that I've already spoken a lot about because this is the solstice, Kali, Cancer, destruction, and we have to make sure we've gone through her axis of Solomon, Sun, Moon, Leo, Cancer, the solar and lunar pillars, so that we can make the gateway as the planets will come out of retrograde and go back into Capricorn. So this film is the original swept away film that Guy Ritchie did again with Madonna, because that Madonna always played the role of Virgo, like Michael Jackson's was the Pisces, Virgo, white, black, white, Pisces, water, Europe, opposite black, Africa, black Africa, Virgo, which is that black and white, and that's why we suddenly got the black masks from the white masks. And this clip of the original Italian film, which is Travolti da an Insolito Destino. So it's on an island, as always. It was on an island, the naval base that exploded. And we've got the Mars character, or the Jupiter, king of the sweet sea with his trident, because Mars is in Pisces, ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is in Sagittarius, his home, which are the two mutable axes, fire and water. And this represents, let me show you, I should have both my Facebook pages, yeah. So this is Lars's page, Alchemic Spiritual Chakra Astrology. Wonderful Lars that puts, he's also an astrologer. You can go see Alchemical Astrologer. He does incredible charts for you, where he gives you the absolute technical alchemical process. So here we have the black and yellow, which you'll see now in this film. The dinghy boat is in black and yellow. So this is the trap. This is Jupiter merging with Capricorn, taking over Capricorn as the planets. And now, this is the correct chart, they're in Sagittarius, yellow, fire, and they're moving into black Capricorn. And Saturn rules both this Twin Peaks. And for me, but I may be wrong, because for me, this now becomes, we've had Sagittarius at the top of the wheel, and we come on to Scorpio here. Scorpio here seen as blue or white water, ruled by Mars. and she will merge with Libra. So in the middle we've got red air, Libra masculine, and on the outside feminine, Scorpio water, ruled by Mars. And on this side of the equinox we'll have Taurus, which is on the outside feminine, black earth, and on the inside Mars, yellow, Aries. So this will be the new equinox, and this is what we're seeing with this character in the film. Oops, 1 second. Donc c'est important que tu comprennes. Oh, no, I'm speaking in French, sorry. I did a reading in French yesterday, so wow, blows my mind. I used to speak French all the time, but now where I live, it's so international in the middle of nowhere that I actually speak more English. So this is the fakey one coming with Jupiter that rules Sagittarius and Pisces, where we've got all the big boys retrograding now, Jupiter at home, Pluto and Saturn from Capricorn, and we've got Mars here in Pisces, also ruled by Jupiter. So here Mars wants to take over. So yeah, I don't want to get confused here. So yeah, well, here Jupiter wants to take over masculine over Capricorn to keep the empire, to keep Europe, to keep the pilots to the pirates, to crucify us with the fixed signs in what should be the mutable gap. And this is the true as Saturn comes back, the only planet to rule two ages side by side, automatically the other fixed and cardinal signs come back together. And here we have the new equinox, which is going to be Taurus black on the outside and Aries on the inside. And on this fake wheel, Jupiter is doing that black and yellow B that makes 13, the Bill Gates, taking the place with Saturn of the Billy Goat when he's using the energy of Mars as the Baphomet, because down where have we got Mars? Here and here we've got Mars taking over with Pisces. So exactly what's happening right now, we've got Mars in Pisces taking over feminine Jupiter Pisces, and Mars in Pisces at the moment. So this guy in this film is playing this Jupiter-Mars solar-lunar pillar, and this is exactly where we're at right now. And so, you know, there was the explosion, the sailor, islands, and watch this. I don't want to lose the film like before, so in order to not lose it, I'm just going to have to let it roll. So you see, they've come off the black and yellow dinghy. She's got her black and yellow bag. I need to bring it to the beginning, so I hope we're not going to lose anything. There's the crab. You see the crab, Cancer there. They show you the crab, the yellow-black. So we've got the black moon in Cancer tomorrow. There's big Mars, Jupiter on both cases taking over from black Taurus or black Capricorn. And there, she's masked. She's masked. So this is done. She was just lying by the door, sleeping outside all night because he's now got her as a slave. Exactly what we're living now. And this is what I'm going to be showing you today, that Mars will be taking over the new solstice, because on this chart, for me, the new solstice is going to be here, black, yellow, and blue, red. So they're imitating up here. Jupiter is making it his solstice, because we're going to have, you see, this inverted, this here is what they want to copy from here. This here is going to be the new solstice. So we're going to have Scorpio at the top. This red and black is going to be the equinox, west way. Saturn will be the new west way, opposite the sun and the moon, east. And here we're going to have Scorpio, blue, white on the top, and we're going to have red air in the middle. So Mars rules Scorpio, is taking over. and he's making it, you see the Jupiter here, there's to copy this black and yellow and red and blue. They're taking over the opposite way, so you've got feminine on the outside, feminine on the outside, Taurus on the outside, Mars on the middle. So yeah, I would like, it'd be great if Lars could do one of these charts with Saturn on the west, so it's less confusing when I explain. But basically this solstice is going to be, so we're going to have Mars and Venus, Mars and Venus, Mars ruling Aries, but we've got here Taurus on the outside, and here Mars, feminine, ruling Scorpio on the outside, and that will be the top of the wheel. It will be the top. So Scorpio, so they've given us this snake, the snake charmer. This is the Aurus Borealis, the crown, the northern crown. So they're using their northern crown here for Scorpio, when it's going to be Aquarius and Capricorn at the top. Or, you know, I may be wrong. I got to work out where this, but for me, it could be the equinox that we're arguing about here, not the solstice. But either way, it's the equinox. It's this taking over from the Mars equinox, or for me, it's the solstice. For me, it's the solstice. With Taurus at the bottom, the spin, the heart spin, opening the lotus flower of Scorpio at the top, and we get the crown. So this is known as Corona Borealis, or the northern crown in Arabic here. So we got the black moon tomorrow, right on Cancer. And if I put the journey, so can I get this right? Let's see if I get it. Okay, well, so much for what I learned from Lars. It's planet B and planet O. Okay, well, I don't get the the journey, but this is going to be the whole month of the energy of this Kali crab that you just saw. So this is destruction. This is Midsummer Night's Dream. This is the gateway to get to the opposite Capricorn, where all the big boys are about. Yep, they're here. Where is, because it's not, it's got the planets here. Okay, so we've got, here they go, Saturn, Jupiter, Pluto, under the eagle, under Altair, about to go into the goat, opposite where this this black moon is. So this is the Moses, separation of the sea. This is the division bell. This is the solstice. And what number is that on? It's on 298. So the new solstice is now just either on Taurus or Gemini, where we had the big eclipse for the 21st of June. But the original solstice was here. So that other solstice is the 266, and we're now at 298. So here's Mars on Leviathan. We've got the V, the Vesica Pisces passage, and there's this other V here that the river makes underneath. And we've got the shackled woman above and the triangle. So above Pisces, we've got the triangle, and above Sagittarius, we've got this triangle between the tail of the hen, the turtle, and the eagle, or Altair, Vega, and Deneb, which is the 777, which is the representation of the triangle of the retrograde of Mercury, which we had the explosion on the boats, on the island, So we come back to this. So they show us her masked, completely masked. There's the yellow and black. This is like in Pulp Fiction, not Pulp Fiction, sorry, Kill Bill. Kill Bill, kill Capricorn, kill the Capricorn, kill the Billy Goat. Can you pay your bill and get through the gates? And this is the Mars, Jupiter, solar lunar pillar, and black and whites. Black and white. So we've got this explosion, the Pink Panther bomb explosion, because we're leaving white Pisces and we're going into red air. That's the pink. And then we've got the axis of yellow, Asia, Leo, opposite Aquarius, red. That makes orange. And we're leaving the black and white MJ, Pisces, white, opposite Virgo, black. So it's always talking about where we are now. To get to that heart, we have to be the in-between implosion of the rose, Taurus, the rose, black. These are the three. This is the old hag. This is the old hag. You have to have died to have worn your donkey skin, the French film, The Donkey Skin. She becomes the alchemist. She's able to turn grapes to alcohol, flesh to spirits. That is the Virgo axis to Pisces. And then we become this fixed cardinal Taurus earth woman. Okay, let's carry on. So it's an amazing film. Everything is in this film. You had the liberated, strong woman who's lived the great life, and now she's going to be reduced to a slave. So all this Me Too, fake feminism. So first of all, she's going to find that joy of being in love. It's very subtle. There's many messages in one here. This is the humbling. And it shows the sufferance of the man, the sufferance of the woman. We've had the solar and the lunar pillar. Anyway, this is Mars in Pisces now. This is Mars in Pisces now. Now, if I start doing that, you're going to maybe lose the screen. But I'll put the link of this film so that you can watch that film. So let's look at this chart for tomorrow. Okay, so already incredible. We've got one of those, it's not quite one of those rectangles which is Aleister Crowley is known for. There's a blue sextile between each in conjunct green, but still look at that little rectangle. So here we have the black moon in Cancer, sun and moon conjunct in the 6th house, which is normally that Virgo energy, that alchemy, to the 12th, where we've got Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn retrograding from Capricorn. This is that last passage of breaking ideology, religions, belief programs, the expansion. We have to get ready to contract now. And we've got Uranus in Aries, as he was for victory of World War II, and again now, big electric shock, and he is making this little semi-sextile with Mars, which is conjunct Chiron, the wounded healer. This is the servant. This is the all that energy of being the victim, savior. In Pisces, somebody who doesn't understand that being the empath, mercy, you will always attract the opposite severity. We have to get into the middle. So we've got Mars on that beast of the unconscious, and he's making a square to Mercury at home, out of his retrograde in Gemini. So that's our DNA, that's our thinking, up to tricks. Mercury squaring Mars, so illusion, deception with the little trickster Mercury, and this big opposition. Look at this going on with all these guys retrograde. That is so enormous. That is like the elastic band being pulled back for the preparation of when they go, and that's why we've got big clamp down, €100 fines here if anybody in a shop without their mask. So exactly like that film. And we've got Neptune retrograde as well in Aquarius. We've got Venus in Taurus just leaving Aldebaran, going forward now, getting ready to go into Gemini. South Node is going to be conjunct Ketu on top as they go the other way round, just like I showed you in Midnight Express. Midnight Express is always talking about that solstice line, that Turkey film where he walks in the opposite direction in that prison and then he makes his escape. He breaks away. He wakes up. So Cancer is the opposition, Cancer and Leo, Solomon, to get into this gateway. So we've actually got, this is how I see the new solstice is going to be. Scorpio on the top, Taurus on the bottom, West Way, Capricorn, Aquarius, East Way, Solomon, Leo and Cancer. So interesting that it's on this. So I see these two merging back together. Mars rules Scorpio, Mars rules Aries. I see the solstice happening here in the middle, and Mars wanting to take over Taurus. So that's Aries, yellow, black, and Libra, red, wanting to take over white here. That's Pink Panther, red, air, masculine, white, water, which Lars in his chart puts as blue, but it's white water, Europe. So we've got Mars in Pisces doing the job for the ruler Jupiter. He wants to merge Pisces with Mars. Same thing. That will be that white with that will be here, how he's got it here, Mars, yellow with white, that blue is white. So each is doing their takeover, Jupiter taking over Saturn, Mars taking over the Pisces bit here, and this is exactly what we're living. So back to my charts. Okay, what else? We've got this incredible yellow line. You see, this is also wonderful. The heart. Here's our heart. This lovely magic karmic line exploding, rising that phoenix, and we are able to merge that midway point between Sagittarius and Capricorn. Okay, I'm going to show you a few posts that I've been doing. I'm very, very busy, my darlings, so I don't have time to do videos as much for you, but I'm now free from the end of August, so if you want to start booking again, I will get my little book filled up for September, and voila, I'm really enjoying myself. Don't forget that you don't only have natals and Saturn returns. There are 3 choices on my site. There's 3 different soul sessions. There's all kinds of things I can do. I can do carts of special dates, looking into medical astrology if you've had illness and you want to look more deeply into the dates and what was going on. If you want to look at the departure chart, somebody that's passed away, any relationship, all kinds of things like that. I love to delve in. I did a very difficult reading the other day. I don't want to do another one of those where I said to my friends that I would do their Saturn returns as a couple, which just blew my mind, because you're kind of jumping and seeing how you're blending your 2 different Saturn journeys between 2 people. It's very interesting, but rather complicated. So this is what I've been looking at. Here we've got the head ruled by Aries, Mars, V for victory in the brain. The hippocampus is in the brain, the V. And at the bottom, Scorpio, also ruled by Mars. Mars rules the head and the sacrum, Sodom. So the new solstice that we're going to have is we're going to have on the top, Scorpio, and on the bottom, Mars, Aries. With Taurus, Taurus is going to be that feminine electromagnetic spin, which is going to keep us in the heart of the rose, in that middle path to open up the eye of Libra, the all-seeing eye. So for me, it's obvious that Taurus is going to be here, Libra at the top, both ruled by Venus. The gateway, or you could put Taurus as the heart here. Gateway, this is the 5-pointed star, which is the 5 petals of the retrogrades of Venus every 8 years in Taurus. The gateway, the Bill gateway, Saturn ruling Aquarius, red air, and Saturn, black earth, and the DNA strands, Mercury, red Gemini, and black Virgo. So this is this last duality. We're being swung between them both. This is the, we're going to be, this is this new solstice. So, what was I looking at? I was looking at my, okay, so this solstice. So this is very important, this black moon tomorrow, because Cancer is destruction. We go towards winter. We go towards Capricorn. You have to go through the Solomon Gates. You have to go through this Cancer black moon for 1 month. And we're going to have Mars going retrograde on the 9/9 day in the V Vesca Pisces. In that passage, we've got to go through the gateway. So this is very important. And, this is referring to the Jordan River as being, this is the 33 degrees of our vertebrae. So now this is me making the connection between loo paper being infected. You see Scorpio rules the sexual organs. This is the torso. This is Taurus. Taurus is going to be with Mars at the top. Here we've got Taurus and Aries. This is the mouth, the neck, and Aries, the brain. So this is the masking and the testing that we're having in the brain, and then the sexual V of the uterus, the womb, which Mars is taking over as the Baphomets. Okay, so loo roll for sure, it gets infected. You've got to get B-days. We've got to be spurting ourselves. I have a B-day here. I'm starting to use my B-day. Yep. So look, this is the V of the uterus, and this is the ram, Aries, taking over the Scorpio at the bottom, and at the head, they're doing this testing in the brain to get to our thalamus. It's the merging of the milk and honey, the pituitary gland and the pineal gland is the awakening of that that island. That's why these are always on an island. And this is the journey of the CHRISTOS oil. And this is the vagus nerve. That's why North America, South America are separated by Las Vegas. And again, this is what, it's obvious. It's obvious. Normalization. It's the treble and the bass. So Mars is taking over this V for victory, the treble of the bass and the bass. Okay, so what did I write here? The snake are 33 vertebrae spine from head Aries to ground control, Tom base, sexual organs, Scorpio. Mars rules Aries, the head, V, and Scorpio, V, sexual organs. That is V for victory when you are infected from head to treble to base. Aries, your head, V, the ram, lamb, the thalamus, third eye. This is silence of the lambs. In French, it's Seigneur des Anneaux or Silence des Anneaux, agneau. It's a play of words between Lord of the Rings and Silence of the Lambs, because in French it's Seigneur des Anneaux, Lord of the Rings. This is Momo with his tea cozy on and the ring he puts to hold it on. The tests infect the brain and loo roll infects the base. Treble and bass. The torso, Taurus body is killed by Mars, because Mars the ram, not the billy goat. Ra, the Baphomet, wants to take over the new solstice. The new head of the solstice is Scorpio, Libra, Scorpio, female, white water, ruled by Mars. And Libra, masculine, red air, ruled by Venus, is inverted. The feet of the new solstice is Taurus, black, feminine, earth, ruled by Venus. And Aries, yellow fire, ruled by Mars. They invert them. Okay, so picture I took of a rose, which I think is pretty cool. So look at, it's an eye. This is the eye. This is the middle path. But you've got to have thorns to open the eye. You have to go through this destruction of this black moon we're living now. Just as I was saying, looking out my window here, the contrast of the shade and light is at its peak. We're on that solstice. This is the splitting, the division, incredible light. So I put here Tempest, the bigger the swing to crown King Louis of the Swingers, the red-yellow axis, orange orangutan merges with the black-white-grey Dorian 50 Shades of Grey, and Pink Panther, red air, white water is the explosion or implosion spin, and we fuse it. Abyss or eternity merging as the heart equivalent center. The mask is to make mass split. Ignore it, don't fight it. They need us to refuse the Popeye. They remote control us on. We ignite the bomb. Stay neutral, be the rose with thorns, the heart, earth, gateway. So this rose is that all-seeing eye, and it gets set off by Taurus at the bottom to Venus and Scorpio at the top, Taurus and Mars at the bottom, Aries and Libra and Scorpio merging at the top, and we become the observer, or we're taking over with smart meter. It's called Leonardo Vinci, the smart city program, to be put up all over the world. Okay, back to the Facebook. So this is that image, me, you can have a look at that. It's horrible, pretty incredible, this post. 184 shares. When a post is important and the trolls get involved, lots more people see it, and loads of trolls come that I've never seen before. So you know it's something important when the trolls come. This is that explosion, 21 injured in fire aboard ship at Naval Base San Diego. Now, all this stuff going on with Scotland. Scotland is going to be the new top of the solstice, Mary Queen of Scots, and at the bottom is going to be South Africa, Taurus. So, don't get into all the drama going on with who's going to be the kings and the queens and it's all about the bee, that black and yellow. The only thing happening is alchemical. Okay, this is another post about this. Okay, yeah, I was very tired. Yeah, doobie-doo. I've just kind of relaxed a bit today, so I'm feeling more on top. But this is a very important look, okay, right? Uranus is in Aries, the brain. Aka V is the hippocampus, V for victory. The last time Uranus was in Aries was 84 years ago for World War II. Mars currently in Pisces, the beast of the unconscious realm, and Mars rules Aries, V head, and Scorpio, V sexual organs. The new solstice is going to be Scorpio, Libra, MC head, and Taurus, Aries, IC tail. Now, I would love to talk to Lavette about that. But I think that, or is it going to be the equinox? But in any case, it's this line, it's the equinox or the solstice, but it seems more probable for me in my seeing is that it's the solstice. There is the treble, the seahorse. Seahorse is the name given to 46 species of small marine fish in the genus Hippocampus. Hippocampus comes from the ancient Greek hippocampus itself, from hippos meaning horse and campos meaning sea monster. So again, Mars currently in Pisces on Leviathan, the monster. There are 23 twin DNA strands and 46 chromosomes and 46 species of hippocampus. We've got Mercury in Gemini. So Mercury wants to take over from Virgo. Jupiter taking over from Saturn. That's what they want. And they want Mars taking over from Jupiter Pisces. Okay, so itself from hippos meaning horse and campus meaning the sea monster. And 46 chromosomes and 46 species of hippocampus. Amit was a lion, a hippo, and a crocodile. Devourer of the dead. This is the 369, the three kings. We've got the three kings. We've got Pluto, Jupiter, and Saturn about to retrograde and go back into Saturn. And rendered Ammit, who Amahamite was a demoness and goddess in ancient Egyptian religion with a body that was part lion, hippopotamus, and crocodile. These are the three passages of the Milky Way. The Milky Way is this sea monster coming back together through it's the last of the three heads, of the three crosses, of the three mutable passages before we close back now through the last one. This is the 666, 22, 22, 22, is 66. Croco Dundee D-Day, that's why we had Dundee in the football announcements all the time. 66, World War II, and now then Mars goes retrograde 99 in Pisces. The upside down VV that I showed you here. So they want to turn it the other way round and to close us into the Harlequin. VV on top of each other. See, we're going through this passage. Okay. The first V for victory was World War II, contraception taking over the base sexual organs, V, and now with COVID testing, the lamb, the thalamus, and the hippocampus is taken over. Silence of the Lambs, Lord of the Rings, the Ram, Mars, Ras takes over from Saturn, our brain, Akka, V for victory. Jacob's ladder is the Y, the tongue of the snake, the fork, the JL cut, the Jennifer Lopez cut. When the film reality is cut, those that choose the COVID test have lost their gateway home. Hippocampus is a complex brain structure embedded deep into the temporary lobe. It has a major role in learning and memory. It is a plastic and vulnerable structure that gets damaged by a variety of stimuli. Studies have shown that it also gets affected in a variety of neurological and psychiatric disorders. So it's very much Clockwork Orange when they open up the eyes and you're false made to seem. This is false testing. And let's look at the pictures because it will explain more. So this is the hippocampus, this is the V, this is the ram. It's not the billy goat taking over, this is our brain. This is all the neurological. And we've got Uranus in the brain, Aries at the moment. This is the T-Rex Scotty that they put in our womb. The sword in the stone, they put the T in our V. This is from Star Wars. You see that makes the trident, that makes the fleur de lis, that makes the bee. These are the three monsters. This is the merging that's going on again, that base. There's that hippocampus. This is what they showed us for the red lorry, yellow lorry. They've even got the red and yellow here. This was for the 39 men frozen. So we've got the V for a live long, prosperity, again showing us Mars in Pisces, the great conjunction coming up, Saturn and Jupiter, and Sun and Mercury, which will be on the 21st of the 12th. This is South Africa at the bottom, the snake's tongue. This is the compass and the horseshoe. The horseshoe is the closing Milky Way I showed you in the past video. We've got Mars right bang in the middle of that horseshoe at the moment in the sky. It's the last V, William Blake on top of St. Paul's. It's the UN, the Belle Histoire showing the wheel. It's Claude Lelouch, I've gone over this film. The JL cut, Jennifer Lopez, Jacob's ladder. This is 10, Joker, J, and 12. So 22, JL is 22, my God. Catch 22, catch 22. And Jennifer Lopez on the fixed cross, taking over the solstice. Jacob's ladder, the DNA strands, the 777, that's why there are 21 soldiers injured on the boat. Okay. show you one more post. See, it's not going to be too long, this video. Okay, so what's this? V for victory, the last gap completed. 322 is C3, V22 Corona. Victor, Cupid, Valentine, Cruella de Vil. The dart in Enya is the dart in the heart of the spiderweb labyrinth electromagnetic spin. The dart in Araignée. D'Artagnan, the fourth leg, angle, mask, Musketeer, the right hand spin, Skull and Bones, MJ, Mercury, Jupiter is over, and they harvest those who don't find the wisdom of the two-way spin of the heart gate. So, shoppers in England told wear a mask or pay a fine. We've now got the black mask. This is the persona coming off so that we find our anima and animus, our unconscious masculine and feminine. Trump and MJ, the Joker, Jupiter and Mercury. That V for victory, black or white bullshit going on everywhere. The black mask, black and whites, Waterloo, and there they show us the Maltese cross that is we're coming back to. Yeah, this is High Cardinal Capricorn, and Jupiter is going to fall. The Joker will fall. Jupiter will fall in Capricorn. And Silence of the Lambs. Okay. Okay, so that was just a catch-up, but this is pretty massive with these guys retrograding and Saturn from Capricorn. You know, this is a feminine axis, water, earth. I'm just going to put the transitions. Which actually is ridiculous because we're going to have exactly what's going on right now. Everything is where everything is. But you see the head and the tail of the snake, which represent this solstice. They will be moving on that famous 9/9 day onto this new solstice, which is going to be Taurus, Scorpio. So very big on September when this head of the snake moves from Gemini to Taurus. So this is the original solstice, Cancer, Capricorn, which is water, earth, and the new solstice is going to be water, Scorpio, and earth, merging with Aries, merging with Libra. That true third eye. So this is what's going on now, and it's all about that Mars taking over the solstice, the V for victory, the V for the Aries head, and the V for the sexual organ. So don't use loo paper anymore, my darlings, and just stay in the heart center. We mustn't feed too much this I'm not wearing a mask because we can't fight it. We've just got to get through it. And I'm going to get myself an Arabian Nights belly dancing outfit. So I will be exposing my belly button because that is the middle path. It's the way through, the middle path. Okay, I love you very much. Bye, my darlings. I'll put my site for bookings, love.